Alright, so my glasses died, so I couldn't record, so I went ahead and messed with this a little bit, and this is what I found out. So, problem is fixed, and I'm going to walk you through what happened, and it's stupid simple. So I went through, and what I started with is I checked the lean angle sensor, checked into the diag mode, it was working properly. Then I went to the chasing this motor problem, because your APS and TPS were working. What I did is I swapped them on the connectors. I took this one, put it on this one, and this one, and kept it on that one. I went to the diag mode, and they both work. So the sensors are good. And checked on here on this one, this connector in the diag mode, which is D13 and 14, I believe, and or 14 and 15, I'm sorry. And the TPS is diag is D1 and 13. I don't remember which ones it was because there's like 60 codes, but check those. I kept getting a fault 59, and what happened was the fault 59 correlates to the motor actuator, and what that does is that just cancels everything out. So what happened is, what I believe is obviously, you know what happened, because now it works, and I'm going to show you, is when this thing was dropped, it shorted out, because the reason why is this fuse right here, this 20 amp fuse, was blown. I just replaced it. So you can see right here, you can see that it's blown right there on the edge. And what happened is, whenever this bike was dropped, something shorted out and blew that fuse, because probably the motor stopped immediately, or something shorted out to cause that thing to blow. And that right there runs the it has something to do with, I think it was fuel injection and also the throttle body stuff. And what that was is that was canceling power to the motor. But what happened was, when I connected it back up and ran power, checked power, nothing was going on. And the reason is because I was checking all this stuff, man, and it was all working. But I did not put the sensors back on to the throttle body and preset them where they need to be. So they were preset and twisted to about the right spot. This one had marks on it for the APS, and the TPS has been replaced by a previous guy who worked on it. So I have to go and check the actual readings and make sure that is correct. But put those back on, hook the motor back up, and now when you turn it on, it starts buzzing or humming. And now, since we're in just standard diag mode, or not diag, just standard mode, they're not going to open much. You give it throttle, it opens a little bit. You can see they're barely open. Reason is because that's for, hey, we're starting up, it's not running. And when you turn it off, you turn the same thing, they don't move. What you can do, go back into diag mode. So now what we can do is pick it up so it doesn't grab anything, move this one guy right here, they all open up. So now we're back in business. Now we got to do is put injectors back in. This seal right here on this one fell down in that little crack, so I got to pick it out, put it back in, put the injectors back in, and just put everything back together. Put everything back together, put the tank back on, put fuel in it, and then it should fire up and run and purr like a kitten. And then I can focus on helping the customer out and putting this stuff back on. It's broken, but I don't want to hand it back to him all, you know, torn apart. I want to at least make him, you know, think, hey, this right here has been fixed, or they're better, so it's not hanging down or possibly messing something else up. Part 2 is essentially diagnosing and fixing, because glasses were dead, so I couldn't record it. But just went over everything that kind of went wrong and how we fixed it. Something as simple as a fuse. You know, sometimes you get a big crazy problem like that. Always check your fuses. I was sitting here in my chair, I'm looking at these fuses, you know, these are good, these were the first things we checked. And then I looked over and I saw this little box thing, and I opened it up, saw the fuse, grabbed it, went ahead and replaced it, turned it on, make sure it didn't blow. So what we say works, so we won't know until everything's back on, injectors back in, fuel tank back on, and actually put fuel in it to see if it runs and revs up like it's supposed to. But yeah, so part 3 will be putting everything back together and hopefully see this thing run on the road.